Good morning, you guys.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Real Talk with SLR.
How are you guys doing today?
Y'all, it's a windy one today. It's a super windy one. You see those trees moving behind us?
Yeah. It's going to be a really, really windy day.
And of course, our plans are up here.
I don't think we're going to ever win with this weather next couple of months. Man, it's just going to be nonstop back and forth of all this.
Springtime in Arkansas. How it goes. At least we're not dealing with a flapping tarp at camp anymore.
No, it's very true.
You know, like it could be worse. It could be worse. We've been through harder struggles.
We're some wood.
Yeah, knock on it.
Oh, man. But yeah, we'll see. I'm hoping that the weather will hold out. But today was supposed to be a beautiful, clear day. And now it's supposed to be really windy. And we had a little bit of rain and storms last, night and into this morning. And tornadoes were all over in Oklahoma and Missouri and on the border of Arkansas and everything. So
yeah, we did have tornado watch last night, but it didn't materialize into anything that I'm aware of.
Not over here.
Yeah.
I know Oklahoma got slammed.
Yeah. Prayers for you guys, man. I feel for you.
You guys always get slammed with it, man, out there.
Yeah. The naders and the wind and the hail and the flooding and all of it, man. All of it.
It was nutty. Nutty. That's for sure. Last month, man. But we're gonna go through it, I mean, we can't sit here and idly wait anymore on this weather.
No.
We're just gonna have to push through it and, persevere forward.
The only thing that's really sketchy is how much rain we've been getting and what we have to do. The next step for this decking, where we're going to start today is we're going to get the templates. We're going to get a bunch of these rafter boards cut out and the template made and everything ready. But the next step would be to cut off this eave and then start attaching everything. And the sketchy part is once you cut it off, it's off. And so it's you got to move. You got to get that thing going. And time is sincerely of the essence at that point. So
yeah.
We're going to see how far we can get today with cutting all the rafters out and see what time it is and what the weather's doing. And depending on that will depend on if we decide to snap this eave off.
No.
Because once we snap it off, it's off.
Yeah.
And we're going to have the rafter boards up and we're going to have to at least put the one piece of zip board down and flash it in to the roof. So that way there's no water leakage if there is any more rain or anything.
No.
Because today's supposed to be good, but isn't it tomorrow coming back nasty or something?
Yeah. Tomorrow's supposed to be coming in pretty strong with the storms. The next day after that. And then I think Friday is the next day where it's undecisive.
Yeah.
Of what's going to happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this week is going to be interesting.
Yep.
I'm not liking this weather recently, but it is what it is. We're going to push through it.
Listen, I'll take this over the summer heat all day, because I know that's coming, and that's going to be the next thing we'll be sniveling about. Oh, it's so hot.
Yeah.
So I'll take this all day.
Yeah, I mean, it is nice weather in the sense of temperature wise, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there has been a couple of days where it's been super hot, literally, but it's just rain. I want to get this roof done.
I know, we just want it to be consistently dry for several days, but unfortunately, I don't see that in our near future.
No.
At least this month. And we want to get this done because once this is done, then we can go back to the front and keep working on the mudroom and, actually put some beams in the ground onto those concrete footers and stuff. And we can keep this thing going, So it's kind of the status report of where we're at. Yesterday we had a great day. It was very busy. We got a lot done, whooped our booties a little bit, but
quite a bit.
Yeah.
It was a good day yesterday.
Yeah.
It was a good day.
And we were working down over in the 100 chicken/goat area. And we actually put up another building, another one. So there's the metal building that was our upcycled barn, right? And then we have another building over there, which you guys can see the roof for it.
No.
Yeah, that video is coming out soon.
No.
But we needed that because as we were talking to you guys, we do plan to like move the horse trailer and everything, which is going to open up that space for a big run for the goats and stuff. But then, you know, like we're not going to have any place to be putting like all of our animal food and storage and stuff like that. So anyhow, that's done. And I'm excited about that. It looks really good down there.
Yeah.
It was a very good day yesterday. It was a lot of work, but it went together really easily, like way easier than the other ones.
Yeah. So. It went together a lot easier. So that was a, you know, it was good putting that thing together. It was fun. It wasn't too crazy.
No, I like it.
There wasn't 1,000 washers that you had to break off.
Right. And assemble before you can assemble. No, this one's assembly was, I would say literally probably at least half the time, if not like it only took like a third of the time.
Well, we got the whole thing done in a day.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like foundation and everything. Like I would say this one took us like a third of the time of what the other ones did.
Yep.
So.
And we even shoveled rock and did the same kind of base wise, right?
Mm-hmm. We were shovel life reclaimed.
Yep.
I'm going to be letting you guys know in a video coming up soon, but I'm letting you guys know here first. We are going to be actually giving one of those outbuildings away.
Yes.
So stay tuned for that. Basically, long story short, the company that went ahead and sent that to us is Patio Well. We love them, do a lot of business with them. They actually sent us their patio well. We set it up, we tried it out, see how we like it, see if it's good or not. I really do think it's really good.
Yeah.
And they wanted to give us something to give to you guys. I believe I'll have more information on that tomorrow during our live chat, because if things go according to my plan, I should be able to get another video out on Simple Life for you guys tomorrow. And then we can discuss some of that stuff further during our live chat. And then like next week or so, we'll actually pick a winner. So that's upcoming and that's very exciting. I'm really excited to be able to give you guys something and very grateful to them for giving us that opportunity to give you guys something.
Yep.
And I wanted to mention it before I go squirrel and forget. So stay tuned for that because that's exciting.
Yeah,
that's
very exciting.
Super
awesome. I did revamp a little bit of the chicken coop.
Yep.
Just a tad bit. It was getting a little airy in there, more so than I think we anticipated.
Yeah.
Itself. Because we were worried with it being a metal building and all, you know, that we built, that it was going to be super, super hot in there. So we're like, all right, let's cut out some holes. Let's make, you know.
Yeah, we're going to cook these chickens before we can cook them, you know? We don't want that to happen.
When it's full of sun down there and you're like, man, I want to step inside that chicken house over there to cool off.
Yeah.
It makes it to where it's like, wait, what?
That's
a metal
something.
building,
you
know?
Yeah, no, that says something, you know? You want to go inside the metal building to escape the heat. That's like, wait, what? It doesn't fully make sense to me either, but it is what it is. I mean, it's a fact. Like if I'm hanging down at the bottom tier and I'm hot, I want to go inside the chicken house because it's cooler in there.
Yeah. So I closed it up a little bit more to make it a little bit warmer in there for the baby chicks for right now and everything. And I've got it pretty nice in there to where it's not super cool in there, right? Mm-hmm. But it's like that nice warm temperature. You know,
yeah, it's good for babies. Like the babies need that.
The babies need it.
However, when in like 2 weeks from now, when they start getting a little bit more of their feathers and stuff,
once they feather out and everything, the light's gone. It might, you know, but there with all these storms and everything else, you know, I'd rather not risk it or anything else like that. I covered it all up. Like for the most part, there is some air vents still on the side I left, but it's literally in the front is like that. And then on the other sides, it's like barely a little tiny bit. And then the top side I left open. It's
just enough for some air to go through and the stink and all that to kind of blow around and get some fresh air in there.
But it's nice because now I can actually turn off the heater, you know, which I haven't turned it off yet this morning. I'm going to go down there and
we haven't gotten to our animal chores quite yet.
I did go and check on them already this morning. Just to make sure. Everybody's good.
But we haven't topped off food for everybody and done all of that. No. This morning, we just kind of were sitting knocking around our game plan on like what exactly we wanted to do and how I wanted to do it. Because yesterday, you know, we were like super gung-ho. We're definitely cutting off the eave. Today, Gary's already telling me, I don't know, Mel. So I don't know if that's going to happen or not. But he's totally justified with it because of the weather. So like I get it, but I don't, you know, our plans are like this right now. We have a plan to cut off the eave and get all these rafters up and do the darn thing over here. But it really is
by the time that I cut all the rafters that I need, right, and everything's all done that way, that's when I'm going to be assessing and reassessing the weather and see exactly what is going on.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to cut it off and be like, crap, I don't want you to either.
No, I don't want you to either. You know? Like we need to our house inside the cabin is dry. Like it's good. I don't want to leave it like this forever. We got to get a move on it. Yes, but you know, if it takes a little bit, like it takes a little bit. We're just doing the best we can, guys.
Yeah. It's going to get there, you know, eventually. And the biggest thing is just knocking things out as we can do it. You know, weather is always pending, you know, on work outside.
Yeah.
Always. I wish, you know, we just had all of this stuff done to where it's like, oh, okay, well, I'm waiting for this metal, right? And now we can go revisit other parts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we can come back around and do trim work while we're waiting on the metal and get other things ready. You know what I mean? Like
soon.
There's certain things like that, but yeah, it's gonna come.
One day at a time.
One day at a time.
One day at a time.
That's all we can ask for.
I'm super excited for what this week's gonna bring though, because as long as we don't get dumped on with too much crazy wet weather, if it just stays like how it is right now, man, we're going to get so much done.
This weather's been driving me nuts. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie.
Because it's hard to plan.
I just want to get to work and it's hard to plan.
It's because it's hard to plan. It'll make you nuts. You know, you plan like this is what we're doing today, right? And then that's not what you end up doing that day because things have to be adjusted because of the weather, you know?
Dude, this wind is
whipping
around pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know. I know that they can't hear it.
Can you imagine me holding onto a 4x8 sheet with all this? I wonder if it's moist or wet up there on the top part of the roof. And
yeah, by the time that we get to it, it'll be dry.
You know what I mean? Like that's where I'm just like, man. Every single time it seems like though that we go to work on roofs.
When we were putting all of these up,
I know,
it was super windy.
And that's what I'm saying. Like it's, I think that might be the reason. It's you know, God saying, hey, this is your test. No. This is what you're gonna have to deal with when it comes down to it. So here you go. I'm gonna throw it at you all the time.
You know what it is? Today's gonna be some hot and sweaty work. Here's the breeze.
No, that's true. That could be it too.
You know what I mean? Today's gonna be some hot, sweaty.
Could be it too.
Sweaty work. Here's the breeze.
No.
Get her done.
So we'll see what happens. I'm really hoping that no storms end up popping up out of nowhere.
We'll see.
We'll see what happens. I've got a lot of boards to cut out though before we even try to cut off the roof.
Hey, on a positive note, at least they're already stained.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like.
No, I know. As soon as we get it all up in there and everything else like that, I'm gonna, you know, get it all in position. We'll go back through with a Thompson water seal and seal everything.
After you stick it all up on
once it's all set up and everything like that.
We're going to use your air pump thing, like we did with the floors in the basement?
Yep, the bug sprayer.
Yep.
The bug sprayer works great for that. I've actually used bug sprayer before for actual stain.
Yeah.
The stain and everything else and whatnot at work. Man, trying to stain things like a deck that's already been done in the underside and everything else, and you couldn't reach certain spots and like trying to crawl underneath and everything else. It was like, man, you take that thing, you just spray everything around and then somebody's coming behind you with a brush.
Yeah, get her done.
Getting it all through real quick.
It's kind of the same way that we painted the house inside the basement. You know, we were using David's air blower spray painter.
The paint sprayer.
The paint sprayer, and then you were coming back with the roller and back rolling. I was spraying everything and you were back rolling, and
that worked really, really well.
That worked really well. So I could see us going back with the Thompsons after we get everything up and where it needs to be.
And that's a weird, I don't know if any of you guys have used it, you probably know what I'm talking about, but for those that haven't ever used Thompson water seal, it's like a milky substance type thing, and you don't want to put it on too thick, but you want to put it on and it's like that so you can see where you're
Where
putting
you've
it,
gone.
where you've gone over it and everything else like that. And then it dries on clear and everything like that.
It's deceiving though at first. When you first spray it, you're like, ew. You're like, this don't look right. What? I hope it doesn't dry like that. I guess we're just going to keep going.
Yeah.
But it doesn't. It dries clear and it looks good.
No.
So.
Actually, it looks pretty dang good.
Yeah.
It's not. It's definitely deceiving.
Well, today I do have a video coming out on Simple Life Reclaimed for y'all. I hope that you guys enjoy it. Gary did all the filming.
No.
All of it. I did all the editing
It
per the
was-
usual, but
That day was frustrating. I'm not gonna lie. Yet again, weather. You know, I mean, it literally the camera just kept on overheating. It was one of the days where it was super hot outside. I was boiling and cooking out there, and that camera was boiling and cooking out there as well.
yeah.
And just like I'd hear that beep 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 dying sound. I'm like, son of a! I'm up on the ladder holding on for dear life,
Yeah.
trying to zap some screws in. Yeah,
So you did a great job.
I tried.
I'm sure you guys are going to love it, right? Of course you're going to love it. It's this guy. He's getting stuff done, catching you guys up. And it's going to be on Simple Life Reclaimed later on today. I think 2 o'clock again. I think that's like a good time. I've been posting when I get them ready beforehand and I have, I get to schedule it.
Yeah.
I like doing them around 2 because for the West Coasters, it ain't too early. For the East Coasters, it ain't too late. For all of our international folks, it ain't too late. So I think that that's a pretty good time for like everybody.
No.
So we will have that out today for you guys, Simple Life Claimed. And what else do I got to say? Oh, real quick, before I forget, I made a QR code last night for the meetup with all of the meetup information. Actually, we're going to put it right here. You guys can take a picture of that on your phones if you're watching us on a TV or anything, and it's going to pull up all of the information for the meetup that's happening, not this weekend, but next weekend. It's going to be at Blue Mountain Lake on the 17th, 18th, and 19th. The main event is on the 18th. It's a free family event. We'd love for you guys to come and be a part of it, meet some folks.
Yes, it's gonna be a great time.
Yeah.
It's gonna be super fun.
It's going to be very fun. Very, very fun. So I'm going to actually make it to where you guys can share that QR code on your social medias and you guys can spread the word because, again, it's a family-friendly, free event. Bounce houses, face painting, fishing tournaments, the raffles, prizes, very, very good time with some good people. So hope that you guys can be there. As for us, we're going to get very busy today and get to work before we blow away. The wind is getting a little stronger.
Yeah.
But there's not any clouds in the sky. There's like just a tiny little bit over there. So it's like.
But it's this, I always say, whenever there's wind,
I know.
there's a storm nearby.
It's a storm's a brewing.
The storms are brewing out there, and I've seen it too many times where it literally just pops up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And it's like, wait,
it's true.
The radar was clear.
It's true. It's true. Well, first things first, we're going to start working on the template, and we're going to get all of our rafter boards kind of set aside, at least as many as you want before we give it the chop.
No.
And then
we got to reassess
and see if it's chop time.
See where we're at. Well, as soon as that's done, I've got to put up the band boards across. And then once those are in, then it's like a really, all right.
Yeah.
It's chop time, and I want to make sure
we'll be
before I start zapping.
Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be a good time though.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good.
Well, they ain't getting any younger. Wind's starting to blow harder. Gary and I got a lot of work we got to do. I got to get this thing online. We'll have a video on Simple Life later today. We'll be back here on Real Talk with SLR tomorrow. Lots happening on Simple Life Reclaimed tomorrow as well. So notifications turned on. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, all the fun stuff, friends. And don't forget, we love y'all and we hope you have a good one.
And we'll catch you on the next one.
Bye, you guys.
Later.